Hello, 8th grade. Today what we're going to do is we're going to be doing a little color blending with Prismacolors. Now, Prismacolors are really kind of a nice colored pencil because you can do some really fun blending with these. So today what we're going to do is we're going to be doing a couple different activities where we're going to take one base color and we're going to create a three-dimensional monochromatic sphere. And then we're also going to go ahead and blend in the colors of a rainbow spectrum on the bottom. So here's what we're going to do to get started. First thing we want is we're going to grab a cup. Okay, these can be found on my desk. You're just going to take this cup and you're going to trace it out. This is going to help us get kind of that circular shape. All right, pretty easy to do. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and trace it out. And the next thing I want to do is this. I'm just going to go and take a ruler. Okay, I'm going to put it towards the bottom, and we're going to trace out just a line. All right, just going right across on the bottom there. Okay, oop, mine's a little crooked, but that's all right. All right, so the next thing we want to do is this. Whenever we do a three-dimensional sphere, okay, we want to have a light source. So I usually go ahead and put my light source up here. All right, you don't have to do this, but I'm just going to go ahead and kind of draw my little sun shining down on my sphere. What that tells me is that this little area right here, if you can see that little circle area there, that is going to be my lightest area. So really no color will probably be in this area. But then as you get farther out, the circles get bigger, right, and the color gets darker. So in my case for my sphere, what I'm going to do is this. Now here's the key thing too, don't make the lines too dark. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of lighten those up just a little bit. Okay, boom. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose green. With the Prismacolors, because they have so many different variations of green and blue, those are the two most common. I have had people use warm colors. I've had people use purple colors. So it's entirely up to you. But I happen to have three green colors here. Here's my darkest green. All right, I've got, there's my lightest one, and my middle one is right here. Okay, so these three green colors can really help out. Now, to go a little bit lighter or darker, sometimes you can blend a little bit of white in with the lighter part of the green, and sometimes you can do either like black, or in this case I got indigo blue, could kind of be mixed in with my green, because that goes pretty dark as well. So what I want to do is this. Whenever you blend Prismacolors, okay, you want to start out, you want to go really, really dark to begin with. All right, you're just going to go ahead and kind of go blend this really, really dark. So I'm just going to go ahead, kind of press down a little bit. All right, get some of these colors to kind of stand out, really kind of bring this up to the side. Okay, and then as I transition, okay, from a really dark area into a little bit of lighter area, I'm going to just softly put a layer of colored pencil on here, right? Almost like I'm kind of shading with it. I'm going to go down here, do a little bit more. All right, finish this up down through here. All right, I'm going to go kind of fast here too, so I don't take too long on this video. All right, go and kind of get through here, and it's almost create a little bit of a crescent moon shape. All right, got kind of that crescent moon shape going through here. All right, but as you get closer to your lighter area, you're going to lighten it up. Now, what's going to happen next is this. I'm going to go ahead and take my more medium or grass green color here, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead, start in kind of this next section going really, really dark, but as I start to blend these, all right, I'm going to go ahead and kind of lighten up and slowly gradate it into my darker green. Okay, I'm going to slowly kind of gradate it. And as you bring it down, you guys, you're going to go ahead and kind of press down ever so hard with some pressure just to kind of blend them. Now, you may have to work back and forth. You may have to get the darker green or darker color, whatever you're going to be working with, kind of bring it up into the more of this grass green. But you're just going to go ahead and kind of blend this down. And then, same thing. As I go to my lightest green, I'm going to go ahead and slowly let up a little bit. And kind of gradate it up. So it starts out nice and dark, but then it slowly gets lighter. Because you want to slowly blend these colors together. Okay? All right, so that's not too shabby. I'm going to go back and take a little bit more of my darker green. All right, kind of touch this up a little bit. Boy, you can really layer these on. Prismacolors they're very waxy, which allows you to kind of blend them. But also, too, they do have a tendency to break a little bit easier. So when you do sharpen these, use the electric sharpener, use the hand sharpeners, the little ones that are on my desk. Those usually work pretty good, too, for making those. All right, now that's a pretty decent transition there. That looks good. But now I'm going to grab my lightest green here. All right, which is right here. All right, and I'm going to go ahead, once again, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of press this down. All right, go really, really light towards my highlight. All right, press this down a little bit darker here. All right, bring this up a little bit in through that kind of grass green. Pull this over here. This looks nice. All right. And I think there is even a lighter green yet too. I probably could have gone with that because the grass green and this green, they kind of look a little similar here. But I think I'll be able to make this work. I think we'll have kind of a nice gradation here when we kind of put this together. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of pull this over here too. Just still working on kind of that whole spherical shape. All right, I'm going to slowly kind of pull this up to the lighter area. And that's where I'm going to be using my white, is in this lighter area, you guys. All right, so there we go. So we got this. You know, looking at this too, I'm thinking, all right, I can almost add a little bit more down here, a little bit more of kind of a blend between this middle green here. Kind of bring this up a little bit more. And you remember too, this is a good practice, okay? I do want to grade this, but you know, you want to practice this out and see what you can do with this, okay? All right, not too shabby. Then I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of white. Now, white's kind of nice too because it kind of blends everything together. It kind of smudges everything. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of blend a little bit of this white and with some of this lighter green in through here. Boom, so I got this. And like I said, you got to be careful too to make sure that you erase some of your pencil lines because I can still see a little pencil line through. Once you get Prismacolor on there, sometimes it's hard to kind of erase it. Yeah, it's not going to come up, but that's all right. So I've got this three-dimensional sphere going from light to dark. All right, and that's what you want to work on. That's what you want to kind of get for your first thing. Now the next section is going to be this. Okay, we're going to go and do our rainbow spectrum. Okay, so I usually start out by just kind of labeling these on here. I'm going to go red, orange, yellow. Okay, blue. Oopsies, I better spread this out just a little bit more. And of course I forgot my green. All right, I'm going to go orange a little bit more here, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Okay, and what's going to happen is this. So we got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. All right, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to start out with my red, and the same thing, same kind of technique is we want to start out on the side here. We're going to start out really, really dark. Okay, but as I transition to the orange, I get lighter. Look at that. Go from dark to light. So I'm going to grab my orange, okay, and this is kind of a lighter orange here too, but that should still work. I'm going to go ahead and press down really hard. And because this orange, because this orange is so light, all right, boy, that red takes over pretty quickly. I can go ahead and kind of just really press down hard on this. I'm going to have to grab some of this red, just slowly kind of blend this in a little bit more right through here. I probably should have gotten a little bit of a dark orange, but that's all right. We'll make this work. There we go. So I'm just barely pressing that. Look at that. Just really kind of blends in through here. Now with this one too, everybody, you do not have to be terribly neat about staying in the lines on this. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and just transition into the yellow here. I'm going to blend this in a little bit more here too, you guys. There we go. All right. And you want to get a little bit of more of a smoother transition than what I have here, but it's not too bad. Not too shabby. Now yellow, be careful too. It picks up a lot of colors. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change this. I'm going to go ahead. I found a darker orange. We're going to go with the darker orange here. There we go. That's a little bit better. The orange I had wasn't bad. It was more of kind of a tangerine color here. But this one I think is going to be much better. Oh my gosh. Whew, look at that. That looks better. All right. And then once again, we're going to take the yellow. All right. Take it and going to transition into the green. All right, just kind of blend, work on a technique. That's what we're doing here, working on technique. Now I got a lighter green, I got a grass green. I'm going to go with the grass green. This is my medium green that I used up earlier. All right, going really dark, but then I'm slowly going to blend it into the yellow. Yellow is such a light color. Anything you do can really affect it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and kind of lighten it up into the blue. And then this is a technique where you just want to work back and forth between the colors, really kind of blending them together. I'm really pressing down on that yellow. Oof. And then because you're building up that waxy surface, then you start getting that blending technique. Okay? And then we're going to go to the blue. Oh my gosh, I got a very dark blue. Let's see how it looks here. It works. I could have gone with a lighter blue. Oh, that's right. We'll make this one work here. So this is a little bit of a darker blue. I call this kind of an indigo blue. Go ahead and bring it into the green. I'm going to bring it over to the violet. All right. And let's go ahead. Let's take some of the green that I have, and we're going to go bring the green back into the blue. All right, there you go. That's a beautiful transition. All right, I'm going to lighten up a little bit more of this blue here. Okay, into the violet, and then let's grab my violet. Here it is. Oh yes, violet. All right, and perfect, wonderful little purple, little violet color here. And I'm just going to slowly transition to that. With darker colors, boy, it's a little bit easier to kind of blend because they're so dark anyway, so you don't have to worry about it. But that's what we have. We got my little rainbow spectrum right down here. Nice little transition. Some areas could be a little bit better, but the last three aren't too bad. This is pretty good here. I'm glad I switched my oranges. And of course I got my sphere that has what they call monochromatic, or one color, which in this case is all variation shades of green. Remember, you can do blues, purples. I've had people use warm colors where they've gone with kind of a darker red, orange, yellow, and then up to the white. It's entirely up to you. But we're going to work on this technique. Good luck with this. Thank you, Mr. Carlson.